Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. Today's video is going to be a swatch video with all of the new Catrice Plump It Up glosses. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you're into eyeshadow palettes, Esses and Catrice reviews, and getting the use out of your makeup the way that I am, then definitely stay tuned because today I have a new video with some Catrice lip swatches for you. I have all 9 of the new Plump It Up glosses by Catrice that they launched for the spring-summer season of 2023. And I'm going to be putting all of them on my lips and on the back of my hand for you so that you can hopefully figure out which ones of these you might want to purchase if any of these shades appeal to you. And so I hope this video is just going to be as helpful as possible. But before we get into the video, it may be good to point out that I have fair skin with a cool to neutral undertone, which greatly skews my makeup preferences. And because I have been buying, trying, and reviewing makeup for more than a decade, I also have some very strong favorites. So if you'd like to stay tuned for more, and if you do so, then it may be good to join the Snow Angel Club by clicking the subscribe button down below. Yes, the new Catrice Plump It Up glosses. I actually did already film some other videos with the new Esses and Catrice lip products, and I did first impressions on both collections when they launched. So make sure to link all of those videos down below so you can get a full lowdown. And when I did my first impression for the Catrice products, I did already show you this combo. So this is their new Intense Matte Lip Pen, which is one of those lip crayons, in this really nice vibrant pink. And I wasn't really interested in any of the other shades of that line. It's only like 4 or 5 shades. But I did top it off with the Plump It Up Lip Booster in 080 Overdose on Confidence. So if you want to see me apply that lip combo, I would definitely recommend checking out my other video that I already did showing this, this lip combo. And it's actually been one of my favorite lip combos this early spring season. I've worn it a couple of times and I've also worn it in other videos. So this is definitely a shade I already know I love. And this is also the formula I've tested. So these are lip plumpers, you could say. They do have a little bit of that tingling feeling. I don't really feel that these products necessarily really plump up my lips. That's not what I'm looking for. They have a couple of really cute shades, also some more unique things it seems. So I'm just really curious to see what all of these look like on me. And if you go to my blog the day this video goes live and you don't want to hear the full lowdown on all of these shades and you just want to see swatches and what these look like on, then there will be a link in the description box down below to the blog post so you can just scroll through it in 20 seconds and you don't have to listen to the whole thing. So yeah, this is one I've already tried. The other ones I haven't put on my lips yet. So let's find out together how we fare with 010 Pop-In Champagne. And I think this is just a clear one, which is just, you know, it's clear gloss. It's not gonna do much, I think. So it's got this really big doe foot applicator with a little bit of a reservoir in the tip, which may be good to know. And these do have a bit of a sweet scent, but it's not overwhelming. Like you really need to almost stick your nose in it to really be able to smell it, which, you know, when it comes to lip products, I don't mind it if they have a bit of a scent, but if it's very strong or overpowering, like it is right below your nose, so you're gonna smell it. And yes, this is just, you know, no sparkle, no nothing, just a clear lip gloss. That's what this is. And instantly when I put this on, it already says so on the packaging with menthol. And the minute you put these on, you can feel the menthol. It has this like minty sort of sensation when it goes on. And in combination with the like sweeter scent this has, it's actually a bit weird. It's like a buttermint kind of sensation, which is weird. And I do feel like kind of like goes into my mouth, this like pepperminty kind of sensation, which I'm not a huge fan of. But you know, it's a clear gloss. It works. If that's what you want, like if you want a clear gloss, then this can be a good one. It's from Catrice at the drugstore. I personally don't love clear glosses. If I want clear gloss, I want them to just have a little bit more shine. But this can be great. You know, if you're a lip liner person and you just want to add a bit of shine to that, then this is great. These feel very pleasant and hydrating on the lips as well. It's like a thicker, almost balm-like formula. So these nourish your lips at the same time. And then we're moving on to this very light pinky shade. This is No Fake Love. 020, and I can already tell this is probably not going to be my favorite because things like this are just a bit too light for me. It's like a milky pink with a bit of a peach undertone, but if I swatch it next to the clear gloss, can you even tell on my skin tone that it has a color? On my lips, you can probably see it a bit better. I've got naturally quite pigmented lips, so light things like this never really look too great on me, especially because I'm so fair. It kind of drains me if it's too pigmented. And this is less offensive than I thought it was going to be. It definitely has a little bit of that hint of pink, which still looks really nice on me, and this is great if you love your nude lips. I think, again, if you like that ombre nude lip kind of moment and you want to add a bit of shine, that this shade, No Fake Love, can be really pretty for that. It's not a lip look I go for all the time myself. I just prefer brighter things. I like my mauves, and I think we have something a little bit mauve-y coming up, but there's nothing like true mauve in the line for sure. So in terms of like a color-based gloss, I think the brighter options are going to be my personal favorites. But yeah, this is great for people who love their nude lips and you just want a nudie gloss that's not entirely clear, but that can go with a lot of your nude lipsticks. I think this is a nice one. And then we have one of the more interesting ones. This is 030 Illusion of Perfection. And it looks really purple in the viewfinder. In real life, it's like it's a blue-based pink with a blue flash, which is why it looks so purple. This can be really stunning over other lipsticks, so this is a shade where I'm sort of like interested in keeping it, but I have one. Where did it go? I think, no, that's not the one. Is it this one? It's this one. So if I want to go for that like iridescent sparkle kind of thing, I usually use this Zoeva one. And I always feel like if you have one sparkly lip gloss, you can pretty much do it all. But this seems to be a pretty interesting one. So let me show you what it looks like just on my bare lips. So this is what Illusion of Perfection looks like. And it looks like a clear gloss on me. But that's because I have a purpley undertone in my lips already. On me, it pulls like a sheer gloss, but this is the kind of sheer gloss I do like because it has that extra bit of oomph. Like it's a bit more intense than the actual clear gloss in the line because it has that added sparkle, and that blue sparkle works really well with my natural lip color, which is why I think this is one of the prettier ones for me personally. It just adds a bit of vibrancy to the lips that I like, and even though it looks really intense in the tube, you can just see it's not that intense on the lips. I'm very happy to report to you that the sparkle is invisible once on the lips. Like you can see shine, but there are no glitter particles. So I think that that's a good thing because very often with sparkly lip gloss, once it wears down, you're left with like the little bits, like the little flecks of shimmer on your lips, which is not a good look. But with this, I feel it evens out things really nicely, and I do really like the look of this. Oh, I didn't swatch this one on the back of my hand. Who am I? So let me show you what 030 looks like compared to the other two. Like you can just see that compared to the other two, 030 has a lot more shine, which I think is a good one. And then we're moving on to 040. This is Prove Me Wrong, and it's the most mauve-leaning lip gloss in the entire lineup. I prefer a mauve gloss on me if I'm just gonna wear it by itself, and that's how I like to usually wear my lip gloss, is as a standalone product. So this is like a brown with purple and pink running through it. I'm very curious to see how cool toned it's going to be because it could still be that the brown pulls up a bit more on my complexion. And if we swatch it on the back of my hand, you can see that this has quite a bit more color than the other shades so far. And on the back of my hand, it's more like a pinky brown. Like the mauve tone that I see in the tube kind of disappears. So if there is going to be a shade in this line that I can wear by itself as just a full-on look, it's going to be this one. So this I would wear in place of a lipstick. It is pretty on. On me, it definitely has that hint of purple coming through once it is on my lips. So I feel it looks differently on my lips than it does on the back of my hand, which may be good to know. It's nice, but I don't think I need this kind of formula in this color because I already have, whoops, also from Catrice, two of their volumizing lip boosters in like a brownish nude. Oh, this is actually right in between. Do you see that? And then this like more berry pink leaning shade. So those are my two favorite shades from that. But I have other mauve tone like glosses that I like just as much as this. So this is nothing unique in my collection. So I don't need to personally keep this around. But if you are someone like me who likes to wear nude gloss as a nude lip by itself, no other things, then this I think is a good one. It has that really nice creamy, balmy texture. It's going to keep your lips feeling nourished all day long. You're probably going to have to reapply this, of course. It's a gloss. It lasts about 2-3 hours. Once you eat and drink an actual meal, this is going to be completely gone for sure. It doesn't have that kind of staying power, I'm afraid. But if you're willing to, you know, do a bit of touching up throughout the day, I think this is nice. And I just put on some Makeup Revolution lip glosses right before I sat down to film this video. And those had that, like, when you press your lips together that you get these little threads. And this doesn't have it. And I put on a pretty thick layer of this. And it just feels really rich and creamy. And when you talk, it doesn't look weird. Bonus points. Moving on into like just your standard pink 050 Good Vibrations. I think this can be pretty. I'm not a huge fan of these warm pinks on myself. It's just not the best look, but it can be pretty on a lot of other people. But here again, it's a little bit more on the sheer side. So you can just see how much more pigmented that nude was compared to this pink. Like you'd expect it to go on like that, but it doesn't. So 050 Good Vibrations adds a little bit of color, but I feel it could have just done a little bit more. It's too close to a sheer gloss, and then I would just prefer that sort of like blue toned flash with that high shine over something like this. I just wanted this to have a little bit more pigmentation so it could do more. But I think this can be really pretty if you have a warm undertone and something like this is too cool toned for you, then I think this may be a really pretty alternative. Moving on then to 060 Real Talk, and this is your peachy nude sort of shade. So I'm suspecting this may be as opaque as the mauve tone. But yeah, this is just your like peachy tone, which again, yeah, see, this has a little bit more coverage even than the pink we just swatched. So this is a bit more pigmentation, and I know, on me, not a great look. It's that I have a bit of green in my eye look today, that it's probably gonna go a little bit better. But if I wear any other shade on my eyes, I cannot get away with shades like this. It's probably too light as well. It's not terrible, but it's not, this is my least favorite one so far. Because it's such a clash with my natural lip color, it actually accentuates all of the dry patches I've got going on, like it gets caught in them. It shows all of the lines in my lips, and it just looks fake. It looks like not my lips. This is great if you love your peachy nudes, and especially if you like that in a lipstick, and you top your lipstick with this. I think it's going to look really stunning. I could only ever get away with this if I put a lip liner underneath it, or another lipstick color, but by itself, it's not my perfect sort of shade. But I think that this is the kind of shade that a lot of people will like. Like, this is very sort of YouTube glam, Insta baddie, TikToker kind of favorite kind of shade. So I think this is going to appeal to a lot of people. It's just not really for me. And then another shade that I don't think I'm gonna like, 070 Fake It Till You Make It, which is an orange with a golden tone shimmer to it. I already know who this is going to be great for. People with deep skin. These kind of shades should work on you. If you have an olive tone skin, especially if it's on the deeper end of the spectrum, this is going to be life for you. For me, you can already, like, you can just see that this clashes with my undertone so much. It's like NARS Orgasm in a lip gloss. That's what this reminds me of. Ooh, it's orange. That's like orange. Orange. Oh well, let's put it on. I'll take one for the team. I know this is not gonna be my shade. Again, in the viewfinder, it doesn't look that terrible. it looks okay. But in real life, it just looks like fake lips. I already mentioned that I think this is going to be stunning on people with very deep skin tones. That's what who this is made for. This works really well if you love your orange, like a bright orange lipstick, and then this topped over it. It can be a really, really stunning look. For me, personally, I knew it wasn't going to work. Instead, I've got the blue top on that I feel it still goes. And also, again, the green in the eye look kind of pulls it together. But it's got such a strong, sort of like orange undertone and then this golden flash. It's not my favorite one. It's not my favorite one. And this actually does have actual sparkles. So some of those sparkles are now stuck on my lip, which is great. Then my favorite shade. I don't think I've put this one on my actual lips by itself just yet. So 080 Overdosed on Confidence. That's what it's called. It's a vibrant pink. We all know how I feel about my vibrant pinks if you've been here. This is one of my favorite things. But here again, like that sort of like rosy shade, it's got a bit of sheerness. Like the most pigmented one is still that like mauve tone nude. All the other ones have a level of sheerness to them. This one as well. So let me pop it on. So this looks nice by itself, but like I mentioned, in my first impression, you can see me combining it with this hot fuchsia lip pencil. And I think that that's the best combo for a shade like this, is to put it over another lipstick. I don't feel these mess about with your your lipstick underneath it too much. I find with some glosses that it can like make your lipstick last like less long because it breaks up the lipstick underneath it. And I feel with this, I still get the longevity, and then this is just going to make it look high shine. And it's really sort of that like vinyl gloss kind of effect. And that's what I really like. I may just pop that on at the end of the video real quickly for you so you can still see it today. But yeah, this is one of my favorite shades. I'm going to keep this one around for sure. By itself, not the best, but as you will see in a minute, topped over this lip pencil, it's really stunning. And now that I'm putting it on, and I also think this last one, which is like a red shade, I was just trying out these Makeup Revolution ones, and I think that this is what I wanted this pink to be. So if you were looking into these ceramide lip swirls from Makeup Revolution, like they look really pretty, and I believe they are a dupe for a much more high-end product, but I just really didn't like them. This texture, much more pleasant on the skin, much more pleasant on the lips, much more pleasant scent, much better formula overall, and it will give you the same shade. And then we just have 090, potentially Scandalous left. And here I'm suspecting it to be, like, it's more like a coral almost. Ooh, and it's very sheer. So that's what I was suspecting based on what the other ones all did. But this can be really pretty for the summertime. It's like that popsicle kind of shade. We all know I love that for the summer. So again, is this the best by itself? I don't think so. This again is better as a topper over other things, I think, but if you like your like sheer, more toned down reds, then this can be a really nice one. It looks super intimidating in the tube, but as you can see, when you swatch it, when you put it on your lips, it's just not going to look as intense and vibrant. It's just going to look like you just ate a bit of watermelon. That's what this reminds me of. It's got that kind of vibe. So if you want to try reds, but you find them very intimidating, then this may be a good one to try. Sort of like training wheels to graduate yourself up towards a more intense red lip over time. I think that products like this can be really helpful. In my personal opinion, these two. These two are the best two, so those are the ones I'm going to be keeping around in my personal collection. Maybe the nude, but I have plenty of nude gloss that I don't need that. These two offer something differently, so let me pop on that pink to show you what that looks like combined. So that is that lip pen on. I just filled in my entire lips, and just for the sake of today's video, I'm going to top that other shade over it. I already showed you the combo with the pink, so let me see what it looks like if I top 030 Illusion of Perfection over it. If you want to see the other combo, like I already mentioned, it's in another video. So I think this actually intensifies the blue undertone of the pink. in here, it makes it look even more vibrant, more high shine. This makes it look more pink. So I think this is a really nice little family, nice little combo. So yes, thank you so very much for joining me today. I hope this review was helpful for you to figure out whether you might like these Plump It Up glosses by Catrice. I think they are pretty. You definitely don't need all 9. I mean, they are super similar once applied to the lips, so find the shades you like, that you prefer, that you think are going to work for you, and then I think you have yourself a really great, pleasant feeling gloss that's really hydrating on the lips, and that you can just, you know, use to top over other lipsticks for sure. The only shade I would be wearing by itself is the nude mauve, but I already mentioned that. So thanks for joining me today. Thumbs up the video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more by me. I make several videos every single week, so if you'd like to stay tuned for all of that goodness, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye!